Let's go. You're gonna do the intro, mate.
Oh, for me?
Yeah, it's for
oh,
you.
yeah, I'm doing it. Hey, we're here. The intro. I'm doing the intro. It's me, SeekNStrike, with my boy Hound here. We, as professional as always, RRQ. They got so close. We thought we were going to see our first overtime here of the tournament, but it was going to be AG closing it out. I have to think RRQ that they're going woulda, coulda, shoulda. You know, that Raze lurking out from B. You know, maybe starting to maybe the first domino to tip, if you will, right?
And looking at what we have seen thus far, it's going to be a Haven-centric map here. I really like the fact that Haven has been making an appearance about 100% across all of the matches thus far. Seems to me to be a fairly attacker-centric map, and I do believe that a lot of these teams want to secure Haven as quickly as possible to make sure that on the second split they'll be able to go and basically be on the attacking side, as we do see RRQ right now is going to hold on to defenders, and I feel that that's going to work against members of AG if members of RRQ are able to get a lead, a potential lead across them on the defensive side.
You know what I really like about Haven is that unlike Split or Bind, you're not always going into it with the preconception for most teams that is, okay, they need to do this well on attack, they need to do this well on defense, because it really depends on the playstyle of each team. And then when one team kind of takes control and sets themselves up as kind of, you know, the team to react to, it's about seeing that other team react and adapt to the situation and make the call. So I think that's where you really see the leadership and experience. I think that's something that's really interesting about this map that I love to see. So I'm happy that you point out the fact that it's actually got 100% pick rate here in the tournament thus far. And, well, as one of the 4 maps, that's one of the more popular ones. I think we're going to be seeing it throughout the rest of the tournament here, too.
And when you compare it to something like Split, for example, right, that has multiple quirks that whenever there is a denial with some utility, right, it kind of forces the team into a hand that they can't fold, but they got to play with. You know, you got to deal that hand accordingly. I feel that Split can be very counterintuitive for some teams that do not have a versatile playstyle. However, for Haven, though, it does reward quite a bit in terms of different playstyles, like how you mentioned. And I do like the fact that with that being said, we could actually see a possibility from some of these teams to basically eke it out. I've always thought of Haven as to be a very good, conducive, a very good environment to basically be a tiebreaker kind of map in that sense. You know?
I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Yeah, I like the way you put that here. As we'll see, it's a bit of a different play.
It's a big different play here coming in, but we're going to be starting it out as we look because we take out onto Nick's Jax. Very nicely done. Roomba bot's going to go out. Don't know whether that's going to Roomba all the way to eternity or we'll be able to spot somebody and it's just going to go back and forth between double doors. Yep. Not much going to be said. We do see a big rotation here coming in from the side of AG as they're going to be heading over to A long and may push with reckless abandon into A side.
Well, they're all a little bit lit here, actually. That mid lane encounter, yes, they get the pick, but 3 members within 1 shot distance. As King Leo up in heaven could just do exactly that. He's going to scout 2 on over before he gets double smoked off. Wow, the double commit there. And now Sushi Boy's running into sight along with the rest of the team. Let's see how RRQ can counter-rotate. Wow, the 1 shark dart. That is some quality stuff right there, Hound.
Very nicely done there from Talent to be able to take down 2 AG right now. Only has 3. There goes King Leo on to Supreme. Sushi Boy's will be able to take down 2 himself, but it's going to Sushi Boy that gets taken out by King Leo. 1-on-1 fight here between RRQ and AG. Cross Misty, last one left behind. Little Cap will be able to take down 3rd, and there we go. First round goes over to Armory Gaming.
That was a very hectic first round, to say the least, right? I mean, it all just really popped off there. It sounds like everyone made the call. Everyone just go in. Everyone is dead. It's down to a 1v1, full HP versus full HP. They know exactly where they are. It's just down to a little bit of a Mexican standoff there, which AG will then take. So now they're going to equip up with some anti-eco. Man, I didn't really think that was going to go too well for them, to be completely honest with you. But hey, a very clutch round overall, and they're going to come out on top.
All right, looking at how members of RRQ right now are going to be dropping in some utility towards mid doors oh, I think a little bit towards a mid window there, excuse me. So we do see that mid doors already has the Cypher cam up and running, so that's going to be very interesting in terms of that being able to get a little bit of information gathering.
They've been baited over towards garage here. Maybe they know that there's a big push coming from C. Either way, they're not going to expect Sushi Boys here. They will actually be able to pick up that Bulldog now. All of a sudden, they know they're going for C. This could be disastrous for AG.
Very disastrous indeed here, as one member already split off. Numbers are not going to be in their favor here, as we do see that members of RRQ does have only 3 members, but it seems that considering that RRQ right now is a little bit more on a precarious spot here, we do see AG is going to be enjoying quite a bit. Supreme right now.
The Cypher.
From behind, very nicely done there, as well as a little Cap being able to take down Fire for that final kill, and we're going to be hitting 2 rounds in for the side of AG, coming into round number 3.
Yeah, Cats just cursed them a little bit there. My bad, RRQ. What ended up happening is, as I was saying, that the Cypher was lurking around all the way through A. I think he gets a pick onto, not really sure, either the Reyna or the enemy Cypher himself, and then he completely nullifies that push. Not really able to make use of that stolen Bulldog. It's returned to Sushi Boys, as they will not be looking to upgrade this early on, heading into round 3, as you said.
Alright, so let's take a look at how some of these members from the side of RRQ are going to be adapting to the situation here. Loadouts aren't going to be that good in, it's going to be a rather interesting loadout here for the side of AG. Sushi Boy still holding on to that Bulldog from the previous round.
Yeah, he ends up dying, but he's going to get that one returned to him. Say, hey, this is your gun, you have to use it. And I'm going to be buying a real gun here. But they have now taken control of a very, very defensive position in here from RRQ. You can see actually, none of them actually holding any angles within the site. They're going to hear a lot of utility come down, blocking up both connectors, as well as a leer going all the way on through the map, just to make sure that they can take very hard control. Well, let's see. Look at this, is incredible. They really are smoking off heaven here. As RRQ, it's going to be a full 5-on-5. Very good positioning, though, from AG. The one man watching A lobby, maybe a bit overkill here, but we'll see if RRQ can really make advantage, or can really make anything work with this one man managing site.
Oh boy, that's going to be an interesting one. That will not be able to take down anyone with that. The Lear made sure of that. They will be able to take down King Leo. Under hell is going to be fired. That gets taken down by a little Cap, a little bit of big fingers there, and talent with the Odin goes on to Sushi Boys, and Tay will be able to go for the kill, as well as Deku and Supreme to get that kill off. 4 rounds, round 4 coming in your way, 3 rounds for AG. Doesn't look good for RRQ.
I can't believe that these guys saved for 2 rounds and then was like, you know what we should buy right now? An Odin.
Yep. I mean, come on, you get machine gun, go brr, why not? You know, the meme's gotta live. The meme's gotta live.
Yeah, I get it, but I don't know on this map, you know. I think he was looking to maybe be expecting either a garage push or perhaps a C long to be trying to cover both of those and spray through and, you know, become not the hero, obviously, but just save the round for his team. But the Odin, man, again, it's just a little bit confusing here personally, as they will be able to scout one person there with the Owl drone. The Boom bot now heading into double doors, getting stuck a little bit before he will be picked off. We'll see here, their lurks. They look to be pushing towards C generally, and with that pick mid lane now, that opens up a lot more of the map. You can see Sova's position very, very compromised here, as still playing it nice and patiently here in the side of AG. They know that they've got the upper hand now. 3 sites to go to, 4 attackers. They're going to be spread pretty thin here. Let's
very
see what
interesting
they can make use of
coming in from RRQ, from AG, hanging out at a C site there. They decide to go and commit towards a C push. They got to be very, very wary of the Reyna, as well as the Omen is going to be holding on to C. Another smoke there being dropped out, and a very wise choice there coming in with the smoke. Both of them going for the paranoia,
yeah.
And there we go. The fight is going to go underway. All hell is going to lose, as Deku will be able to take down one. Tay will be able to take down Fire as well, despite the fact that Deku has been taken down for the count. Sushi Boys will be able to take down Talent as well. We do see a 3v1 for AG, having all of the advantages.
Yeah, now King Leo running in with a short. He's going to be able to do a little bit of damage, at least forcing them to rebuy some armor here. But very good awareness from AG. They know that they were both paranoid, but there's no way that RRQ is going to be peeking that box. So he runs on in. They know that they have the advantage anyway because they're up against an eco round situation. So they just utmost of confidence, run it down C long, plant that spike, and take the round. Good stuff here from AG, 4-0, and I dare say this is looking a little bit like how RRQ fared versus Boom Esports as we now dive under the map here. Never get to see this.
Yeah, we never get to see this. Most of the time, we're too busy looking for heads to shoot, and it's always great to see a little bit of the touches that Riot Games have put into the map, a little bit of love there. We do see that is going to reveal where one member of RRQ is going to be holding on to his boxes there.
This is so interesting. I'm sorry to cut you off. Look at this positioning every single round from AG. They don't really feel confident with this Reyna Cypher to even really do much. I think the camera gets the camera's actually still there as they will destroy now a trip mine. But this is fascinating. Now they're going to make the rotation from RRQ, but they're really conceding the whole site here almost every single time they come A.
And that's the thing. I feel that that's RRQ's undoing here. They bait members of RRQ to basically make a re-rotate and immediately turn around, turn the game on its head, and it's going to be RRQ that's going to be on the attack here.
This time they don't get any kills here either with the shock darts. You can see the lurkers now about to pop off near the mid lane. The Lear is going to reveal the Reyna, who will get bursted down. But back over now into the A site. Supreme checking the camera, shooting the dart. It's going to miss. Into the smoke he goes, but he's going to be trapped by the wire. I can't believe no one's actually peeking here. There's so many smokes in the site, as the Rays at least will be able to get one. Now two. Next Jax though will trade onto the spin as Supreme out from the log is going to be only getting one, but it's Next Jax, a 1 versus 1 yet again. Hound, who's going to take it?
Well, we're going to be seeing how that goes there. Very nicely done coming in from Sushi Boys, but it's going to be Next Jax that takes 4. Will he be able to defuse it in time? No, he won't. He has to get out and gets taken down for the count. Unfortunately for him, he won't be able to save up that weapon, and it is going to be back to the drawing board for the side of RRQ, leading funds as we head into the later stages of the game.
Back to pistols. It looks like they're going to at least... some of them have enough, though, is the issue, right? So it's going to be about a half buy out from them. No full armor. Against another full buy, I think I saw 3 players here on the side of AG capped out in terms of their funds, so they don't even mind all taking a death there. A very rare scenario where you see everyone die.
Yes, and that's the thing. I feel that members of RRQ, actually members of AG, are doing really well, making sure that they utilize the funds and make it very cost efficient in terms of how they want to be taking some of these fights, because some of these fights can be very expensive. And we know for a fact that RRQ right now are bleeding funds, and hopefully they'll be able to come back at it, and it doesn't take them too long to be able to keep the game competitive. However, with 5 rounds in the pocket of AG, this could be tough for RRQ to come back from.
I've always said that RRQ was... I like them better on attack, and I'm still going to stand by that statement. But you can't lose 12 rounds on defense and then you go, we'll get it then, right? It's like not being a server in tennis, right? You have to break the other serve eventually. It's a big part of the game here. Back and forth here they go, as yet again they're going to position themselves nice and interesting. I do see a lurker though. It's the Breach, an interesting choice here that might be able to split the team with AG into 2. And he's going to split the head of the Rays at least to start off. Nice one there.
Nice pick there coming in from Next Jax here. Puts members of RRQ AG in a little bit of a problem here. Next Jax gets another one, but Deku will be able to flick onto him. Very nicely done there from the side of Next Jax, from the night of Deku to be able to take him down. But we do see Hunter's Fury there being spotted out, being shot out from the side of Talent. None of it's gonna land.
It's like a nightclub in here. All the lasers shooting around.
Gonna go for that recon bolt, trying to get as much information as he can, but will they be able to? The smoke has come down, and Deku now is gonna go for the paranoia. Will he be able to land it out? We're gonna see quite a bit of fighting here, as we're gonna be seeing all hell break loose. SeekNStrike.
When there's hell, there's fire. Lots of guns now going off. RRQ, they got a 1-man advantage. Still the Jet, the last remaining member. That's not gonna matter. AG, they're gonna be able to turn it around. Sushi Boys, nicely done. He's gonna claim the 6th round.
Well, you can't have sushi without wasabi, and Sushi Boys is definitely showing his spiciness towards members of RRQ. RRQ yet to bring the spice onto the forefront here. However, we do see that there may be a semblance of hope here if they play these next few rounds right. However, could it be a little bit too late, and does members of AG have their numbers?
Yeah, well, you know, I think we've seen a 6-0 comeback before. Vision Strikers yesterday, I think they went what was it? Was it BBI? It was someone else in our last match of the day yesterday. They went 0-6 as well on defense, and then I think went 13-1 after that. So who knows? We still could very well see a comeback, but on the eco round, they're going to need a lot here for sure, Hound. But look at this. I like this aggression. Next Jax, he's going to be occupying, letting them know that he's playing in a short. He's even got the Sage to make that the Sova actually right next to him here. So lots of delays here, but again, on a map like Haven, the attackers have lots of choices to go to.
Here.
Yeah, and despite the fact that time is never on the side of the attackers, it does seem that AG have quite a bit of options to work with, but considering that mid control, mid has only one player from the side of AG, and we do see that there is going to be a bit of a fight there. We do see that members of the side of RRQ right now re-rotating from C. This could be more of the same here, and we might actually see them rotate from mid into garage onto C if they get enough information. But could it be B that is going to be the choice here? Wow. As Frostmisty is going to be hanging out.
Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't go for it there. Ah, that was his chance. Unfortunately, his patience paid off, but he was unable to seize the moment. Carpe diem, and he's going to not live another day, unfortunately, for himself. The rest of RRQ, though, look at this retake, though. Fire with the one tap, and Talent does well with the headshots. They're finding all of the heads here. This is an incredible win now for RRQ all of a sudden.
Yeah, suddenly it has turned the game on its head here. Oh, there it goes. A thriftiness is definitely going to be rewarded for the side of RRQ. A big win for them, and hopefully they will be able to turn this around. Not only was that an eco round, they will be able to walk away with a lot of credits, and that's definitely going to help them come back into this game if they so choose.
They got credits, and they got even more credits to spare, actually, because they actually live with 4 members, and they pick up all the rifles that AG were so kind enough to just leave on the floor there. So very nice of them there. A big round, and now you can actually see AG could be in a bit of a financial pinch here if they lose this round. So a very important round here for AG to try and maintain economy control. Otherwise, they're going to have to be forced to go with the eco, and that's a good start from Sushi Boys.
Sushi Boys started off onto Frostmisty, and it seems that his so loved weapon is going to be left behind in shambles here, as we do see C right now is going to be rotating. The Reyna is going to be hanging out there. We do see B through the B mid is going to be pushing off very hard onto King Leo. Very nicely done coming in from the side of RRQ to even out the odds. However, we do see that coming in from the side of AG, they are going to be pretty aggressive. 3 members from the side of AG already have ultimate abilities here. Could be a matter of timing to see whether or not they are going to use them within this round.
Sova's waiting for a lurker, but I think maybe RRQ still reeling from that last round, that last map. So instead, Tay is going to make the jump in. Will be scouted, not fast enough there on the tap. The leader comes out, and they're actually going to take the bait there as everyone rotates on over. Sova, he's not so sure himself, but eventually he will listen to team orders. But in the meantime, they've been bamboozled, betrayed, and even possibly backstabbed here. As AG, they're going to plant the spike A, and RRQ are going to be a little bit upset with this one, as they're going to be able to set up for a very nice hold.
The tactics coming in from members of RRQ were definitely opening them up to deception here, coming in from AG, and deception is definitely going to be an interesting factor here from the side of AG. Oh, very nicely done from Sushi Boys to deny a member from the side of RRQ, but we do see members of RRQ now being very aggressive indeed. There it goes right on Sushi Boys, and there goes another one. 4 on to Talent. Nicely done, as Sushi Boys will be able to be the 4-kill savior in that round.
And Sushi Boys, very aptly named, as he's chopping up some sashimi here, serving it up nice and cold with that 4K. Lands the operator shot. He misses the peak here. He goes, that's all right. I brought a knife to a gunfight. And just excellently played there. You love to see it.
Very nicely done there, being able to toss those knives with a reckless abandon here. And look at the detail of our map here. Very nicely done here, despite the fact that we do have a few jagged edges left, right, at the back. We do see that there is a stunning amount of detail here being witnessed.
Yep. Good stuff indeed. It looks like a bit of a fissure opening up, as we do actually have a disconnect now, so we will be taking just a little bit of a pause while they get right back in, but we'll take a look here at the economy now. AG winning that round, very necessary, so they're able to hold on to rifles and keep their economy in a good spot. That's going to be a buy here out from RRQ, as it's probably going to be the Omen that's disconnected. Actually, it looks like...
no, it's a Cypher.
Yeah, it's a Cypher. So, Frost missed. Yeah, I don't think he's going to be buying here. But this is going to be put him in a bit of a tough spot now heading into our 9th round here. Bit of disconnection here from the players. But yeah, RRQ, they've been doing pretty nice for themselves. They just... I mean, except for that last round, I was considering whether the Reyna should have actually peeked after they dropped the Leer. They ended up just kind of like backing off and calling more help on over, maybe just a little bit rattled. It's a really hard decision to make, right?
And that's the thing.
Right here.
Whether you want to be, like how I said on the analyst panel just now, sunk cost fallacy, right? How much you want to be investing into it, and the more you invest to it, you've already invested so much into it, and you still want to keep investing into it rather than and nipping your losses in the bud and just deciding, you know what, enough is enough into the losses and trying to mitigate it.
That could be it, but also I think there's utility and there's value in peeking that a second time, risking death for sure at the worst, but also at least getting intel, right? Is there more than one person shooting back at me? Did I see someone in cubby? Did someone else besides the Sova kill me? Because then that tells you a lot more compared to the just they're coming C because I saw one Sova, right? You kind of get where I'm coming from there.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I feel that that's just going to be very bad here coming in from the side of RRQ. They have to be a little bit more confident in some of their decision making, and they have to be a little bit more aware with the intel that they get. And considering that RRQ has fallen not just once for that trick, they've fallen for it multiple times, like how we just saw just now. It's just going to be a game of catch up with RRQ 10 steps behind, if that's going to be the case.
It's an interesting usage of the ultimate. We're just trying to buy some time. He's going to shoot it anyway, and wow, will find a kill. Quite surprising. The Paranoia will connect in response as their follow-up. Next shot into the site. He will pick off one. Deku, though, is going to get traded away after he picks up the kill onto one. Pros do not fake here. Oh my god, he got off in the foot. They need one more. They're going to land it off from Sushi Boys. It's down to a 1v1. Spike continues to tick away here, Hound.
Yeah, it's going to be a very scary one indeed here. It's going to be very careful. Oh my goodness gracious me. Oh no, switches off and decides to bugger out, and this is going to be very interesting indeed as Frost Mystic will be taken up on the count. SG Boys will be the last remaining member as she bugs out at the right time.
Just jet things, you know. I can afford to stand up close and personal and contest you right next to the spike 2 seconds before it detonates, and also just leave and save my operator. Just a thing of beauty here. I mean, but how do you balance this? I mean, Sushi Boys, he is popping off right now on the agent. It's currently averaging 1.1 kills per round. So very impressive stuff out from him. He's had this operator for a while, and I think now with that confidence boost, he's going to be considering lurking through mid double doors.
Yeah, mid double doors could be an interesting spot. However, the aggression coming in from RRQ, despite the fact that they are on the eco round here, is definitely something to take account into here. Oh, I think there was a jump into window, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it was scouted with the Cypher camera though, so they've already backed up. Sushi Boys at the ready, but that's gonna be a free kill now onto Tay. He was actually on into C, and now look at this. The rest of RRQ collapsing onto AG, the ultimate as well. As they're gonna be looking to scout anyone, but there's a bit too early there, as he was hoping to find anyone rotating into that site.
All right, a little bit of issues here coming in from the side of RRQ, looking towards rotating to A, and they might actually go for it. And look at that, Talent was able to get Sushi Boys.
That's a big whiff there, and actually he heard him running over, so we already have bodies in A ready to try and contest this. I don't believe this. The only 2 rounds RRQ have won this half have been ones in which they've been outspent considerably here. With the pistols, they're just able to get it done.
And that's second thrifty of the game for RRQ. A very interesting turn of events here, as we do see, despite the fact that the odds are always against RRQ, it seems that they're able to pull through somehow or another. And I guess it does go to play the wild card. Not to say the wild card, the more aggressive plays coming in from RRQ definitely is going to put members of AG off their balance, and definitely going to throw them off their chairs for sure. As we do see that the unpredictability of RRQ can definitely work in their favor, but it has to be a consistent thing.
Oh, that's a good pick at least, as that'll do very nicely here. Once again, we find AG in the position where they kind of have to win this round, otherwise they'll be forced to eco and give up that 11th round almost for, or make that the 12th round almost for free. But Sushi Boys off to a good start there with Phantom. We'll be able to make it a 4 versus 4 early on after the operator will connect.
As we do see some good exchanges there coming in from RRQ, we do see it is fairly even across the board here in terms of manpower. However, a slight advantage towards RRQ in terms of HP. We do see the Reyna on RRQ does have the ultimate, and ooh, RRQ's fire right there goes for the dismiss immediately after taking down Sushi Boys. Very good stuff there. Sushi Boy was definitely very low, gonna go for it again, but no, it's not gonna be enough, as Tay will be coming up to give a little bit of support to his teammate. As we do see, it's going to be a 3v3 fight here between members of RRQ, and nicely done from NextJack there. CQB working out very well, but it's not going to be enough, as the Little Caps will be able to take down NextJack. It's going to be an interesting fight here, as Talent will be able to take down the Little Caps, and this is where the economy could take a hit for the side of AG.
I can't believe AG's aggression there versus the Reyna. I can't believe they double peaked a Reyna who only needs 1 kill. I mean, holy moly. I mean, the double peak was pretty good, but it's not the most amount of space to work with to get your ideal double peak, right? You could still very easily see a scenario where Reyna lands the first headshot, immediately eats the orb, backs off, only to just get away with a free kill there. So very, very confident from AG. Of course, it does work out in their favor before the operator comes in and puts them down. So we could possibly see here a 4th round going the way of RRQ, as it's going to be a forced buy of whatever we can afford here on the side of AG.
Yeah, this is, I misspoke just now, this is going to be the last round before the swap, so everything is out of the table here. We do see a pick onto AG from the side of RRQ, very nicely done. We do see Tay right now, very, very aggressive indeed, but we do see a 2-man lurk here coming in from the side of RRQ.
Yep, they know that they're going to be having the superior weaponry here, and even with a man up, well, they used to be, actually, as Tay will be looking to punish. It's going to be a trade 1-for-1. Sova is not able to pick up a weapon here, unfortunately. Forgot to maybe make that one bounce. The shock dart is exploding onto the double crates there, but a nice trade as well. RRQ continue to hold a 1-man advantage here as the time ticks down into the round.
Okay, we do see now Frost Misty gonna go push on to C Long here. We'll try to go for the pincer on to the 2 remaining members of the side of AG, but they've got to be very wary here because they are going to be hold on at A Long, and they're gonna move towards C. This is gonna be very interesting, but nope. It's the way King Leo to take down Tay. Gotta communicate that information, but nope, it's not gonna be enough, as King Leo will be able to take it off on to Sushi Boys, and it is going to be the 4th round going over to RRQ.
Switching sides.
Good stuff. I like the spirit in from RRQ, and now I think that's the confidence boost they need on this attacking side. I really like seeing them having that confidence, right? We kind of called out the Reyna there on RRQ, who immediately called for support after only seeing 1 and not even going for the double peak, even with the Leer up, you know? It's these type of things that I think really show kind of RRQ a little bit rattled, right? So I like them here having this confidence going into the second half. Not only do you have to just go into this with, okay, mentally reset, you have, come on boys, we got these 2 rounds, let's keep the ball rolling from here, right? That's got to be something.
There's definitely got to be something for the side of RRQ. Just goes to show the never die spirit is very strong for members of RRQ, but you can only go so far with spirit. Yeah. It's all about the execution that really matters in this situations here. Does go for the spy cam, will take it back immediately, trying to get as much information as can before the spy cam gets taken away. We do see Paranoia coming into the mid side. They are going to be picking up the spike here, coming in for the side of RRQ. Could there be a little bit of chase game here working for the side of RRQ? They might actually go for it. There goes Lear onto the mid side, and there could be a big focus from the side of RRQ to focus to the B side, as there is going to be quite a slowdown here.
So say that was the most amount of shots fired in a pistol round without a kill I've ever heard, but now as I say that, it's popping off. This Little Caps will be nuked down there from the window. NextJack's holding a very tight angle here. They will plant B in the first round. A very aggressive kind of statement to make.
Oh, very nicely done there from NextJax to take down Sushi Boys. Gonna go for some of those shots. Talent again. NextJax as well will be able to take down another one onto Deku. Very beautifully done.
Commanding round there for RRQ. And that, if they didn't have enough confidence going into this one, now they must be feeling good. That's going to be 3 rounds in a row for them after they were down, what, like 7-1 at one point here?
Yes, exactly. So this is going to be very interesting indeed here. And it seems that RRQ did put quite a bit of chips in their basket to basically focus on the attack here.
We do see a Guardian come on through here from Talent 7, so he's doing pretty well actually. 14 kills is going to put him even with Sushi Boys. Just to put that in perspective for you, with this Guardian against no armor, we'll see if he can get some kills. He's going to be posted up, I believe, over in C, but getting sprayed on through is going to be Deku, who just, well, it's just Dedu.
Yep, he's dead, and this is going to be very, very unfortunate for the side of AG. Lost one member very early on. Anti-Eco here coming in from the side of RRQ, looking to be very strong to stifle the aggression or basically the advantages that members of AG would have. But we do see that there could be a big rotation onto C, and it seems that the games have begun, and RRQ is going to give AG a taste of their own medicine.
That was a very, a very confident peak yet again. I don't know if that peak was necessary because you gain very little from that, and now instead of RRQ, instead of just going to go C with that information, knowing that there's at least one person in B. We won't risk it. No way to close the gap. No real reason to close the gap and give them a fighting chance against this Rana. There we go, getting sprayed through the smoke. Even with the Guardian getting involved now at this point. Actually, is that not a Guardian? That's actually the
Ares.
That's the
Ares, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I apologize there. I should know better, but yeah, they're pulling out the LMG. Talent 7's like, I can't afford the Odin, so guess I'll go with this one instead.
We're gonna go for the discount Odin, that's for sure. 50 rounds, all the spray that you need to stop people from pushing you in. However, not exactly the best weapon to be, not the friendliest weapon to be holding on to.
Yeah, I can't believe it. I mean, all right, RRQ, I see your games. He's going to sell that weapon. No one actually wants to pick it up. We're still operating here with 2 Spectres, 2 Vandals, and a Phantom versus a mixed assortment of rifles here on the side of AG. We'll see if this can work out for them.
Yeah, let's hope for the best here coming in for the side of RRQ to be able to make this a competitive game. However, they are closing out the gap between themselves and AG. This could be another very close game here, and it's going to be RRQ that could actually get a semblance of hope if they are going to play this next few rounds really well. King Leo.
That's a great start. I think RRQ, they need this round here just to keep this confidence up. They look like a completely different team here now that they're on a roll, don't they?
Yeah, and it seems that the focus on attack is definitely going to be enjoyed from members of RRQ because they're... Oh, but I spoke a little bit too soon. Deku will be able to take down King Leo with a beautiful pretty shot. Fire will be able to take down Supreme as well. Serpime as well, excuse me.
That opens up A now.
So there's going to be opening up, and this could be very interesting for the side of AG
but
here.
They left the spike there, actually. The spike carrier following the Reyna through the smoke ends up dying. The member in back to site. Sushi Boys is able to get 1 before traded away by Talent 7. NextJax, 5 HP here, but they don't actually know he's here as Fire rotating on back into A. They're trying to bait him here with the teleport out from the Omen. Not biting quite yet. The Deku is still hiding in back of B. Will be scouted now with the recon belt. That'll be the swing wide, but he's going to be now disabled here by a bit because of the fissure. Tay, though, he's going to be able to clean it up. 3 now, 6-9 in favor of AG.
Oh boy, now that was just something for AG being able to turn that around. Despite the fact that the push was coming in pretty good for Deku, it seems that the follow-up from AG was just even better and RRQ was left in shambles. However, it's still anyone's game here as we head into round number 16. It's going to be a very interesting one as they could swing the other way for the side of RRQ.
It's a really mixed buy as well. You can see Talent 7 after buying the Ares. He's going to be forced, rather he's not going to be forced. He's going to request a drop and pick up a Vandal from a very generous teammate as he actually bought a rifle and an Ares here 2 rounds in a row. So he's going to be a little bit strapped for cash at this moment. But he has the rifle. AG, they have extra economy. Sorry, RRQ rather have the economy to support him. And they're going to need to at least get something out of this round now.
Now we're going to be seeing how members of members of RRQ are going to be playing around this. Mid is going to be where the control is going to be fought for. We do see the Reyna within a garage there, if I'm not mistaken. Excuse me, onto the mid-side doors. So I'm going to be pretty interested to see how they are going to be pushing off from here. Fire could be the catalyst here to start off the fight. We'll be able to get an advantage here if they put it off well. There goes the Lear. Looking interested to see how that's going to be followed up. We do see the Owl drone there being pushed out and no spotted there.
Good patience, no one peeking actually here. Sushi Boy is going to be blinded by the near sight, and Fire immediately turning the corner and hitting him right in the head.
Very nicely done from Fire here. One man disadvantage coming in from the side of AG. We do see the RRQ right now playing it very, very progressively onto A, getting that clear onto a little cap. Nicely done, but it's going to be Tay that takes him down for the reply. It's going to be a 3v4 here with AG pushing it out with the disadvantages.
It's a hard retake, but maybe they can still get it done. One man in heaven. There goes the near peeker. Deku gets one before Tay is straight away. You have one in heaven, one coming from defender spawn versus the two, one in hell. They should be able to get at least the trade down to the 1v1. Having long control, it is as well for a long plant. Now trying to hide behind the box. We do have plenty of... Oh, no, that's going to just be a recon arrow. Location revealed though. It's going to bounce one more time as he's just looking to try and delay him as long as possible. That bomb is half defused though. Smoke is going to be dropped. We need to get the spray through the smoke. He's not going to find it.
Oh no.
Oh, that's very unfortunate. Yeah, that's a big mistake. Maybe he didn't think he already had the half defused. Thought he had the time to walk on up and just spray him through smoke, but RRQ, they had that within reach.
They had that within reach, but it seems that well, their grasp overexceeded their reach, so it's a very, very, very unfortunate turn of events there for the side of RRQ. We'd like to see AG, we'd like to see RRQ adapt a little bit better, moving forward for the next few rounds. Hopefully they will be able to eke out 4 wins in a row to be able to put AG on the back foot. However, it doesn't look good for the side of RRQ if this keeps up.
Indeed. Let's see, based on the weapons, AG though still actually a bit strapped for cash themselves. You can see a Bulldog actually on Supreme. That's what he can do, as he does have a few members coming for him long. Just a bit of a spread. I do like how RRQ, they'll push through B, but that time the patience from AG pays off. They had similar positions, just didn't want to peek after they lost Sushi. Then they just lurk from behind, find the arena, and that opens up an avenue of attack.
Alright, so let's see how members of RRQ are going to be turning this around here. One of them going to be heading onto A sewer. Very interesting indeed. Here, cover being dropped down from the side of Frost Misty.
Big paranoia. He's connected onto 2. That'll let him in the sight for sure.
Oh, very interesting teleport there. Oh, look at that. Tay right now being able to damage 1 or 2 members of the side of RRQ. Being dangerously indeed here, but RRQ's Reyna will be able to get back into it after Sushi Boys becomes a casualty here. 1 member left, as we do see another win coming in from the side of RRQ. Much needed for them, and definitely going to put them into high spirits heading into round 18.
Yeah, it looks like that was a full buy there actually, and now against the buy from AG there, Eco is not looking so great. They're going to be forced to go probably for a full save. Pistols at most, light armor at most here is going to have to be the call, and this will put RRQ here likely within 2.
Yeah, and it seems that the grasp, the reach of RRQ seems to be getting closer and closer to the goal and objective here. If they're able to get this off, they will be able to be quite ahead here in terms of how they stand against AG. However, AG is going to go for the eco. So I do believe that how do you counter the eco for the side of RRQ? You go eco as well, and you get a thrifty.
That's been the play, actually. Yeah, you joke, but they've had 2 thrifties already. In fact, they were their first 2 wins of the entire match. They were thrifties, which you can't really get until, you know, round 3 or 4, which is the case. As AG, at the very least, they're able to trade 1 for 2 here. So now they do have the advantage. 1 member is going to be lit, but with the ultimate, which is a 1-shot, so just about still as dangerous as if they were on full HP. AG looking to be lurking. They know that actually the spike here is in C already as it begins to be planted. We'll see how this retake can go.
Alright, as we're going to be seeing here, some really good stuff being shown from the side of AG, excuse me, RRQ being able to get 2 down. Oh, tries to go for it, will not be enough. A little cap left behind, and it's going to be an easy win. Not so easy win for the side of RRQ. Excuse me, I misspoke. Despite the fact that they lost 2 members.
But that's okay. That's not enough eco damage for them to really be too concerned with that. You can see we still have plenty of money to spare, even with a round loss bonus. We should have enough for members to drop rifles to each other to make sure they can't get that all-important 12th round win if AG were to take this one. Very interesting decision there from AG not to use actually the showstopper. They're gonna save it for now. We'll see. Maybe they'll come to regret that. As now we do have 3 ultis available for RRQ, Hunter's Fury, that's Global Teleport for Omen, and the Empress. Let's see how that can be used.
And that's the thing that's going to be the difference here. RRQ could actually turn it around after they get the plant, or they decide to use the Hunter's Fury to actually open up some leeway for them to get into the site. And the fact that Empress is going to make Reyna be a machine, that's going to be very interesting indeed to see how RRQ is going to make that work for themselves.
I find that a reason why a lot of players don't like Reyna is the ulti is first of all, the entire agent is kind of situational on you getting kills.
Exactly.
Secondly, the ultimate as well speeds up the recoil and everything, so it can kind of throw off a lot of these players who, I mean, let's be honest, they're FPS machines, right? As in they go, just like the machines, marching on into the A site. Sushi Boys is tossing smokes to cover his tracks now. He's right next to 2. He's getting sprayed down, 5 HP remaining, but he's still alive. In fact, he's gonna even get a kill, or even 2.
Wow, nicely done there coming in for Sushi Boys, being very aggressive with only 5 HP, and it's going to be another win for the side of AG, a much needed win for them. And it seems that with some of the... Let's take a look at that replay, excuse me. As we see it here, Sushi Boys come in with double smoke, very ginger indeed with how he works it. Very, very deliberate in his steps here. Gets sprayed a little bit, lucky enough. Wasn't going to be a victim there, and nicely done onto 2.
That completely fell apart there. They dinked him once with something. I'm not sure. It must have been a Phantom. That doesn't happen if you use a Vandal, by the way. Vandal's the best gun in the game. But they must have dinked him there with something. But he keeps his cool, doesn't spray, keeps his position hidden, and completely throws off RRQ. They didn't know how to react, and the rest of AG just literally run him over now as Sushi Boys. Oh, he was lurking for a kill, but gets scouted out extremely early. It seems to be indicating here a strong A push, as we already have the Sova positioning themselves pretty aggressively, sending out the Owl drone here to trip the wires and at least scout some other rotations coming on back through. We do as well have NextJax here pushing through B, as the team will not rotate away from that A push, dissuaded by Sushi.
All right, we're going to be seeing how RRQ is going to be adapting towards the situation here. We do see that there is going to be a little bit of intel gathering on to C. The spike is most likely going to be heading to C here. Very interested to see how members of AG are going to respond to this. Very split apart here. And I do like this split coming in from AG. I think it's a very good choice here.
I like this. They're wasting so much utility here. They think it's actually more people here than there might be, and that should let them know here as NextJax gets the kill onto the only member actually holding C, as he's going to be in well positioned as well to delay the actual retake coming on through. Taste is going to be able to trade him off at the very least, but that's going to be some information given there. Heard the footsteps. They know exactly where they're coming from here. We're on board with Tay.
All right, nicely done there. Coming in from the side of RRQ, going to be planted for C long, so this is going to be another opportunity. Hopefully, smoke is not going to be obscuring the opportunity for the side of RRQ to get back at members of AG. They're going to be very wary of it. Deku is going to be able to take down 1. Fire is going to take down another 1. Deku takes down 3. Very nicely done from the side of Deku.
He's in garage. They know.
Oh
no.
My goodness, another 1. 4 kills in favor of Deku, and this is going to be another round going over to AG. Match point comes after this. What does RRQ need to do? And it has to be flawless for the next few rounds.
Man, I think like RRQ, I love watching you guys. You guys got heart, but sometimes they just need to believe in themselves a bit more. They got scouted by the Cypher ult and just scrambled. Scrambled like flies. Oh no, they have to believe themselves a bit more. Those initial trades were fantastic, but then after that it just kind of fell apart. Their confidence shaken, and now they're gonna have to go into, well, the best that they can muster. 2 Bulldogs, light armor, at least rifles on just about everyone. So we'll see here if they can actually make a run for their money, as we've seen on Bind.
All right, so we do see some smokes there being dropped down onto double doors as well as B mid doors. So I do believe that this is going to be very interesting. B doors already, 2 members stacked up onto the left side of B doors. So we do see Deku right now going for the teleport. Will not be able to get it
He's
off.
just scouting. There's no way he teleports there, right?
Yep. And we do see that coming in from the side of Deku here, being very, very cheeky indeed, trying to get that B doors down for the count. The Lear has come in as the Paranoia as well. We do see that that's going to be a turn of events here. Nicely done coming in from the side of Frost Misty, and that is going to be an advantage for the side of RRQ.
I hear the plant B. That's amazing. Frost Misty is going to be able to find 2 now. Onto Tay he goes. Deku trying to swing back in. Doesn't scout anyone. Instead gets lit by the arrow. Not seeing this Reyna in back of sight either, who's positioned nicely. We see the Omen swinging right back around to finish off Deku, healing up for the overheal, as it's going to be up to Supreme plus Sushi to try and take this versus the 5 remaining members of RRQ. Very nicely done here. Supreme right now being very, very ginger with his steps, trying to be as no. It seems that he's going to be spotted out. Yeah,
try to get the exit frags here.
No, RRQ they're in no position to be looking for exit frags, I would say.
One enemy remaining.
Sushi Boys, nicely done. So we do see Talent right now going to be able to get on Sushi Boys. Supreme not going to go for it as the attackers are going to be winning out. Oh, but does so get onto King Leo.
This is so costly for them. They ended up losing 2 there. They do have that round win bonus. I think they're going to be able to eke out just about okay. I mean, not like it matters, right? Because if they lose 1 round, they're out of it. So we should see probably, yep, there it is. The Vandal dropped out from the funds of RRQ. So, you know what? I have respect for that now. I think I've seen the error in my ways. I do apologize. They were definitely behooved in looking for at least 1 or 2 lives worth of exit frags, that is, to try and damage the economy. But it will be still the operator coming out here in this all-important now 21st round, man. These have been going long games, very close, back and forth. Can RRQ continue to push this one for any further?
Let's take a look at how members of RRQ right now, how members of AG are going to be playing this defensively. I do like where Sushi Boys is at the double doors, and I do like the fact that there is going to be quite an interesting spread.
This Omen actually ported. He ported to the defender spawn, and I think they know. Frost, he's being a bit aggressive here as the rest of the team. What can he get done? RRQ. Actually, wait a second. He's on attack, so he's been here. He spawned there. What am I going on about? But look at this lurk coming out super far now. As I'm not sure if they're going to take the bait there on that C or not. But that allows them to play a lot more aggressively as it's already popping off. Frost C will be able to clear the lurker around through C, but Deco, he's found 2 here in back of B. They've yet to clear, but finally it's going to be Talent who trades 2 for 1 as well. Now, all of a sudden, just like that, Hound, it's up to Sushi to try and stop the 21st round from getting away from them. And already he is going to be scouted heading through window. And to the 23rd round we go. Yet again, we're in this similar position.
Very interesting position here. 23rd round as we hit in. Match point has been up for Armory Gaming for quite some time here.
All right, Hound. What do you do here? You're AG. Do you buy whatever weapons you can on this round, or do you just give this one up, play for the win, at worst you got the tie? What's the move?
Well, the move, I believe, is to try to mitigate whatever losses that we can. So give up this round and then try to fight it out and see how that's going to go. And we do see that AG has gone with the eco, and I don't think that they don't want to be risking it. It's either you go big or you go home, right? So
yeah,
I do believe that that there can be a little bit of adjustments to be made to that statement here, as we do see.
Actually, I think you're completely right, because it's not like RRQ can stand back and just, you know, if they were on defense, just let them come to us. They're on attack. They have to go from they're the ones to be making mistakes here. So I think AG, as long as they play themselves very defensively, or any picks they can get to try and make the eco advantage in their favor, are going to be massive. So I think that's a good call, Hound, as it's the one that they've made. But into the site they go. Can they get any picks? So they've already lost 2. It's a 3v5.
3v5 here doesn't look good for AG. Now it's going to be a 2v5 here. This is definitely not what AG wants. Nicely done there from Sushi Boys being able to take down King Leo, but it's not going to be enough. His Talent will be able to take down Sushi Boys as it comes to a close. We are going to be heading into the next round.
The last round of
very
regulation.
Interesting parts here.
Yeah, indeed. It is going to be the full buy. The double operator strat for AG. They've yet to run it yet. Maybe just saving it for a little bit of a specific instance like this. It's going to come down to this, folks. RRQ. They started this one off 0-6. They've won 2 thrifty rounds in the first half, and they've really rallied here on the attacking side of Haven. Will they be able to actually force the tie and try and take this one in the tiebreaker rounds, or will it be split all over again where they fail to connect?
I really like the fact that RRQ has been a very scrappy team indeed, and has been able to deliver quite a bit onto members of AG. However, they have yet to win thus far. They do need this win to tie it out against members of RRQ and hopefully be able to get a little bit of a saving grace heading on to this next round. As we do see now, it is going to be round 24.
It's the last round of regulation here.
Round. So this is going to be everything.
I think we've got one operator in B, and we've got one operator as well in C. So A might be the round to try and go for it here. The Cypher is holding in Heaven, but it's actually a Cypher on Cypher matchup. They're going to get the Jet to actually rotate away, but it's not going to matter as Deku gets the kill onto NextJax, who was trying to lurk through mid. But the real action is actually coming from C here from RRQ. They're probing, trying to bait as much out as they can, but AG, they're not biting here.
Oh, very nicely done there from Fire to take down Little Kemp, and we do see that's going to be a big problem. 2 members down for the side of AG. We do see that there is going to be a 4-man advantage.
Sushi.
Oh, Sushi
God.
almost gets it.
Oh, and he is!
Oh, he does get it, evening out the score.
To peek him, he gets the man coming from through the garage. All of a sudden, it's a 3v4. Oh, the Reyna, though, with the Empress active now. She might just be able to be the difference maker here, holding down in back of C. It's not going to be an easy take here as the Cypher is going to get hit by the Leer. He's not cleared it. Now he has Sushi. They're going to be planting for long, but they're trying to be able to peek him short here. Oh, no, he with the Empress is not enough talent. It's up to him, and he will be able to get the job done now. 12-12. We're going to overtime.
We're going to our first overtime of the day, and man, oh man, is it going to be a good one here, ladies and gents? Even our production is making noise.
Indeed, ladies and gentlemen. Now the overtime rules. Win by 2. Everyone starts with 5,000 credits, and I think they start about halfway to their ultimates, points rounded up. So I think it's going to be 3 rounds on each, I think so. This is going to be very interesting. We have to see who will be able, if it goes back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I don't know, actually, to be completely honest with you, I've very rarely seen any overtime. I tried looking up the rules, so I'm not going to lie, I'm learning as we go here, Hound.
Yeah, we're learning as we go. I believe that RRQ is, like us, learning as they go here, and it seems that hope is going to be the strongest driving factor for the side of RRQ, as we'll be seeing it here, how that's going to be working out for them. Recon Ball is going to go out towards Serpim, and Serpim decides to go out of that. We do see that there's going to be a bit of an aggressive push coming in from the side of RRQ, trying to make a difference here. Looks to go for the shock ball.
RRQ on defense, by the way, so a big shift for them. The mental shift back to the side that they lost horribly on, then recovered late, but still overall definitely lost. So can they get the job done here, Hound?
We shall have to wait and see. Doesn't look like it's a very good spot for the side of RRQ. However, RRQ will be able to bide that time, though, as AG will have to go to them. So like that is something that they need to consider.
They're positioned very nicely to contest a lobby here, where the rest of AG are actually queued up. Oh, they're going to be lurking on through the smoke goes Deku. They're going to be setting up for a very nice crossfire here with, of course, Fire, appropriately named, in the worst position here, in the worst fire line. He's not going to be able to move whatsoever here. Sova launching arrows right on back there. It's going to be the first, the second, and we get more. No, but it's a 2-for-2 trade, and that's good enough here for AG. They've got the intel as they start to rotate the members over all the way through defender spawn towards A.
30 seconds left.
Almost gets it, but whiffs it, but they are going to go for A. The A spike plan is going to go off, and there's going to be one onto Heaven. There we go. We're going to be seeing one smoke onto it. There goes the paranoia from the side of AG, but from the side of RRQ, excuse me, as we do see Frost Misty will be able to get one. We'll be able to get out 2. We'll be getting out 3! Frost Misty!
My God, the clutch king here is going to be able to put them within striking range of actually taking this map and forcing the draw here. This is unbelievable. Oh, what a play. And I have to give shout-outs as well to Breach, who somehow stays alive there, dodging their operator shot. That forces AG to play this one a lot more defensively here, and not allow them to really set up perfectly here. You saw he had to be the man coming from long. Oh, the man in the mirror. And he is going to be able to put him down as we swapped on over, right? RRQ on attack, so every single round switches.
Every single round switches, so I believe that this is going to be a very interesting one, as now they've been able to win that. It has been proven that RRQ has been stronger on attack here, and this could be our first side of the day.
Oh, okay, that's the start they need.
Sushi Boys getting it off onto the member of RRQ. Very nicely done there.
So you must save your money across overtime rounds.
Yes,
There's no other way he could have saved that much.
You couldn't have, and that was just insane there coming in from the side of RRQ, again coming in from the side of AG. This is very, very off the wall indeed. Oh, next Jack will be able to get onto Deku. Very unfortunate indeed here, as RRQ will be able to side out.
That's a fake, and so far AG not really going for more. Unfortunately though, pardon me, Deku doesn't get any more additional information other than that it was just a breach that killed him. He didn't see any more. He doesn't hear anything else before he dies. So AG, they don't really have a lot to work with. But that is the benefit of the Sova. They hear at least one, and now actually make that 2 footsteps here. They're going to drop the Lear. Oh, but they actually dropped the Rain up first. Leo as well to fall, as Sushi Boys is going to be able to finish off Nax checks. So 1 versus 3 scenario here. RRQ with the spike at least in their possession. And actually, they're looking back over to A. They're not really sure where this bomb is. Now they're going to hear it go down, Hound. The 1v3 scenario here for Frostminty. He's made some amazing plays. Can he do it again? He started off with the first kill there onto the Rays.
Very nicely done there. Gets another one. Could it be the last final one? Tries to go for it.
He's going to bait him here.
He's going to bait him.
Oh, where is he actually? I have no idea
where
he is.
Goes for that. Oh,
Sushi Boys denies him. What a play here, as we hear our production just losing it upstairs. 13 to 13. Uses the ultimate, because why not? Sushi Boys 5 HP there. Able to clutch it out. Oh, I mean, at this point, I feel like it's been Frostminty versus Sushi Boys here for the last 3 rounds. Not to discount the other team, but this has been absolutely massive plays coming through and through. So close there.
Beautiful stuff being shown by Sushi Boys as well as Frostminty. Both of them deserve cookies, that's for sure. And we do know for a fact that it is going to be 13 and 13. Man, oh man, what can we expect here? Now that members have been switched off, we do see that RRQ right now is going to be on the defense. And historically, coming in, we do see that RRQ isn't best known for the defense, but they were surprising us.
Could have really used that kill, but they're only going to see 1. The real push is actually coming from C, as the recon bolt is going to see our next checks trying to escape. Off he goes with the push. Coming C now. Frostminty is going to scout him, throwing out the paranoia. Actually, the teleport coming on through. They're going to be your trade away Sushi Boys. That's a big member there to find.
Very nicely done there. Sushi Boys has been taken off with the count here. It's going to be 1 for 1. Deku now goes immediately for the spike plant and spikes it down to the ground. Very good stuff being shown. Planted for C-Long. This could be a big turn of events here, as RRQ right now are going to be poised to get the retake. And it's going to be a 1 for 1 here.
I think he knows. He knows, as there's going to be the shot dart. Now he just needs a little bit more. They're actually just going to wall him. Just finishing off through there. 2 coming in from Garage. 2 coming from the connector from Spawn and Deku. They're going to be able to drop the belt. Oh, the spray control isn't good enough, actually. And that means it's going to be a 2 for 1, but AG, they're not going to be able to hold on. They get the final kill onto Raze. King Leo with the defuse, 14 to 13. Yet again, RRQ, they get the defensive round, which they've historically, like you said, not been good at, Hound.
I'm just surprised as you are, mate, and I do believe that this is where the craziness is coming in, and it seems that AG right now is definitely feeling the sweat.
Oh, yes, indeed. Back to match point. AG, again, back to play for the tie. They must be... I mean, what do you even, how must this feel? I couldn't imagine playing for the tie, having all this pressure on you. You guys were like 12-8 for 4 rounds, and RRQ, credit to them, fought back to get into this game. And here we go, 14 to 13, RRQ on the attack, stacking up for A. Can they get it done?
Alright, so RRQ right now, very important for them to win this off. They have to actually push it out towards members of AG. We do see RRQ right now going for a rush onto A. It's going to be very interesting indeed here, coming in from A Sewer.
Yeah, Sushi just firing the AWP into the air in celebration here. Maybe trying to get the nerves out, as they are 1 round away from losing this one.
This is going to be very interesting indeed, coming in from an underdog team such as RRQ. And oh my goodness, Supreme will be able to take down King Leo. Doesn't look good for that here. Could be another tie. Sushi Boys again onto Frostminty, a very, very important member on the team there. We guys take it out for the count. Fire right now is gonna go for Fire right now is going to be hanging on. Spike has been planted.
It's a 3 versus 5, but they're all stacking from the same entrance. They're going to scout at least 2 of them coming back towards up heaven. It's going to be the Sova, but a very nice turn out for Deku. Turns it out wide, but Talent and Nextjax, they can't hold on to it. AG, we're going back for another round. One more time, just like Daft Punk.
One more time, just like the hit song back in the 2000s, early 2000s, hitting it. I definitely feel a sense of heartache here. Looking, I mean, good things have to come to an end, but it seems that this good thing is going to be prolonged so long because we do see it. Sushi Boys right there, keeping it hot, keeping it sexy, and man, oh man, our first ever overtime, and this could be prolonged for the whole night.
Hey, we really could be. I feel like we need to get the broom because our upstairs neighbor's getting a little bit noisy. Hey, keep it down up there. We're trying to clutch it here.
Overtime is still going to go off here, 14-14 between RRQ and AG.
Indeed. This time AG back on attack here. They're going to go again through A. The smoke will dissipate and Deku gets the first 2 kills now. This could be for the first time, first of 3, that AG actually get the first point here on attack.
Very nice rush here coming into its A, and it seems that every member of RRQ Helter Skelter already 3 members down for the count.
Yeah. Sushi Boys is down.
No, 1, 2 now left behind for the side of RRQ. They're going to try to go for it and see how that's going to be working out for them, as we do see that members of RRQ right now in a bit of a bind.
This is going to be pretty tough here. By the way, we're on Haven, my friend.
Oh, excuse me.
I'm just kidding. There's going to be the tripwire active as they're going to scout 2. 1 in heaven, the cyber cage going up. He's going to be able to get the one. It's Frost, we know he's got the clutch potential here. Perhaps trying to go with the paranoia. Teleporting now. Back down into hell, but into the crossfire now. King, can he get it done? He cannot, unfortunately. The 2v1 too much, and it's going to be 14-15 as RRQ switch over to the defense.
This is going to be very interesting. This is going to actually take into the stamina of AG, because after this, they're going to have to fight against Boom.
Oh,
so
yeah.
there's going to be quite a bit of fatigue coming in from the side of AG, but
it still means so much from this is do or die to them.
Exactly.
They need this 2-0 to even have a chance of going into qualifiers.
And that's the thing.
Make that playoffs.
Yeah, so this is going to be very interesting indeed here. Looking at how members of AG,
double operator
really
again.
need this. Oh,
I don't know if I agree with that. It didn't really work out for them well last time. RRQ, will they be expecting it? Last time it was the single operator here. I don't believe what I'm seeing. Sushi Boys!
Oh,
no!
Sushi Boys gets taken down.
That is not the start. That's so aggressive there. 14-15. I think I've heard the record scratch as we might just be seen going for another round.
Yeah, I'm not surprised here, considering that AG right now has been taken down with 1A is completely open, as well as B, considering that
they're contesting them C and they have the numbers. That's going to be a big flash. The first one out. Frostminty though, he's going to get decked by Deku.
Very nicely done here. Goes for the change. Oh, a little kept there, being able to take down 2, but Talent will be able to take down. It's going to be 1-4-1. Will it be AG? Will it be RRQ? Talent going up against the last surviving member for the side of AG!
Yeah, he's so lit though, this Cypher, this Sage needs just one shot and he's gonna find it again and again and again. Get me off this wild ride, except I actually kind of love it.
I love it too. I'm loving the highs and the lows, and man, oh man, I am getting even more confused as we are seeing more numbers. Could it go up to round 20, round 40? I'm not even sure how this is gonna work out here.
I don't think these guys know that it's not 1st to 16. That's the wrong game here. We're playing Valorant. 1st to 13.
well, I mean, I don't know about you, mate, but this is one of those moments where it's going to be sad when it ends, but at the same time, it's just going to be back and forth all around.
Indeed, RRQ back on the defense here as we get ready for our 31st round of Haven. Oh my goodness.
The timing!
The fire, he actually finds one. Look at his positioning. He's actually an A short. Again, they've set up this crossfire, this time a little bit more
Oh my goodness, look at that though. This is going to be very scary indeed here. Double shots coming in from the side of Tay. Tyler has been taken down for the count here. Another one has been taken down. Nicely done from the side. A little kept. Frost Misty will be able to take down Tay. They decide to go for the rotate as we do see Helter Skelter runs coming in from the side of RRQ. They want to be rushing towards C.
Oh, I don't think they've fully committed to this.
Oh, no.
They had an inkling that they wouldn't be coming A as they smoke it off. Now the Omen running on back through here, the spawn, but it's going to be a little too late for them to actually make use of this. The camera, the garage camera not being put to very good use as the spike will be planted in the C site, a 2v2 scenario.
All right, going to be planted for Log. Sushi Boys definitely excels here on this part of the map. We have to see how that's going to be working out for them. It's going to be on to see Cubby, and he's going to be holding on to us. That has quite a bit of angles to work with. Frost Misty right now is most likely going to go for the Paranoia.
He's not going to find anyone.
For some smoke there to drop down onto C-Long. Oh, little cat! Oh!
They had him. They had him. They weren't confident though yet again from RRQ. And once again, we're gonna have to see RRQ in a do or die scenario for what is this, the 4th time in a row now? Actually, probably like the 8th time in a row this match.
8th time in the row. I'm not gonna be surprised if it gets to a tie again, and then we're gonna see the same thing again. But we have to stay up to date here in terms of what's been happening. It has been switched over now. It is going to be on RRQ on attack. They have been doing quite well on the attack here. It's all on AG. No more mistakes from the side of AG. No more aggressive picks. As you can see already, Sushi Boy is already playing a little bit more conservative comparatively, but we do see that there is going to be a bit of speed in his steps.
Yeah, definitely rotating back as the smokes will be called out. I'd love to be in the comms here. Lots of just fervent expressions, lots of intensity here, probably in all of the boys and all of the Sushi indeed, as he is still continuing to peek towards mid lane. He's going to be picked off by NextJax. Wow. What an aggressive play, and what a way to open up B site. We still have the Omen in back of sight. Now the Cypher rotating away, so A is completely clear, but C, they're holding quite a tight angle here, so they dare not peek it, but through Garage, that could very well be the difference maker. If they smoke off actually the connector, as Deku now backing off, he will be revealed by the Recon Bolt, and back over to C he goes. B site is open for the taking currently, Hound.
All right, B site could be where they want to go, as we do see quite a bit of a good spread here coming in from the side of AG. As we do see the focus is going to be towards B. Leo has come out, Deku comes out, gets the equalizer on King Leo. Spike carrier has been taken out for the Cow Fire, gets on towards Deku. We do see it very interestingly enough. Left. AG doesn't have the numbers to fight off against members of RRQ. This is going to be a very interesting event. Oh my goodness, he wastes it. Oh, Frost Misty gets onto a little cat. And here we go! Here we go!
Why not again? Again and again and again.
Overtime.
We love it here. Round 33 of supposedly maximum 26 here. It just does not stop. Lots of free Valorant here. It's like baseball, you know. To me, FPSs, they're like the baseball of esports because you got the chance for just lots of free Valorant, high-octane stuff. They're going to be blowing through the bullpens here. They probably have to switch out the mice for how many times they've crushed it. Just, oh my god, I can't even imagine. I'm in love with this, and we got to see RRQ again this time on the defensive. But how do we crack this? How do we change it? These teams just going back and forth yet again, Hound.
Oh my god, this is only our 3rd final game of the evening. Only God knows what else is in store for us here. As we do see RRQ going up against AG again. We do see a very aggressive push on to C. AG! Oh my goodness, AG is already on to C.
They got the entire site for
no, this is going to be very interesting indeed here, as we do see that
Spike
members
planted.
of AG have gone on with Spike Plant. No members have been lost down for the count here for the side of AG. Do we see Alert coming in? We do see Alert coming in.
One through C spawn, and actually it looks like they're setting up for 3 now through the defender connectors. In goes the Reyna, just going for the Omen as well. They're gonna be able to get their first entry frag. Sushi will be able to trade now in favor. AG, they've got 1 man advantage.
All right, so we do see now AG does have 1 man advantage here, as Sushi will be able to take down another one, and there we go. Sushi Boys picking it up, showing the wasabi spiciness onto NextJax as we head into the match point. Hopefully the final match point.
I think this is our 5th or 6th match point now of this match.
Yes, it has been, and man, oh man, has it been a roller coaster emotions for RRQ and AG. Definitely going to be they're gonna need a break after this, that's for sure.
Oh my goodness, I don't even know. I don't even know. I mean, at this point, I think they should just go knife midla and then just deal with it that way, huh? John boys, let's go, right?
All right, a little bit of stabby action there, working out, but I don't know whether or not AG will be able to pull this off because RRQ has an annoying habit of turning the game around on its head. Roomba bot's gonna come out and gonna be dealt with appropriately as we head into double doors. Gonna go peek it out very slowly.
The Owl Drone's not going to see anyone mid. Now that might let the Omen rotate very aggressively, or Tay just doing his due diligence, double checking, but it is going to be the garage push. No one watching the window quite yet here as we have, I believe, 4 members, 2 members in the spike. Neckjax here through the garage is going to be able to find the pick, and that's the go-ahead here for RRQ to set up the bomb.
All right, 2 men down for the count here for the side of AG, and you see that RRQ have the numbers, and they're going to be pushing it on to C. This is where it's going to be very interesting to see garage right now. I think it's Sushi Boys that's going to go for it, and it's going to be the smoke that's dropped down, and we might see a very interesting turn of events here for the side of RRQ.
Oh, the lurk though from the Reyna. She's going to be scouted though, but that's good information. She only saw 1 there, heard 1 garage. Can RRQ now still continue to clutch this and push us to round 37? That's amazing. Neckjax, he is popping off here. Here's 1 garage. It's a 4v2 scenario. Now a 4v1 for RRQ. The last man standing drops another smoke, gets the pick onto 1 before he's traded away, and I gotta be honest with you, Hound, I don't even know what lines to say anymore. I only prepped like 3 or 4 overtime lines.
I have only so much lines, but we're gonna be heading into round 34. Thus far, it's gonna take another 2 more rounds, and I don't know how many rounds are gonna go. How much do you want to see those numbers go up to 20? I do believe that that's gonna be the case there. We might actually end up with a 2018 if I'm not mistaken.
You know, honestly, if it's going to be truly cursed, it has to be 2020, doesn't it?
It has to be. It has to be.
It's not going to be. Well, we'll see here as we've nearly played now a full extra half of Valorant, 4 extra each. So Aiden, RRQ, again, they're going for this double peek. Rainer just getting out of the crossfire, though. The kill on the Sushi Boys, trying to set up for a second one. Will not be able to set up for anything else. However, his talent actually will be picked off as well. But look at this, actually still lurking for Ryan. Is the breach. They're trying something very aggressive here, as they will not be rotated over. Neckjax, he's going to get the 1-tap down long onto Deku. Now, even it up at 3 for 3.
3 for 3 now. It's going to be an interesting fight here between these 2 teams. And, oh, very nicely done there coming in from King Leo. We do see the cage there is good. Cyber cage is going to go down. Will it be enough? No, it's not going to be enough, as Prosperity will be able to take down Tay and defuse, heading up into the 18th win.
Man, I don't mean to say the word sloppy, but they're getting like really just absolutely primitive in their attacks. Before in regular matches, you see like, okay, we peek this angle, we throw the utility. This one is, no, us 3, we run, we kill. They just stand out in the open, run him down, and that's enough to take the round here. 18-17, finally RRQ, they've positioned themselves to potentially take the round again. I think that's the 6th time I've said it.
Yeah, that's the 6th time we said it. For a while, the ball drops into RRQ's court, it drops into AG's court. I don't know about you, but if you're a betting man, this is where you'd be sweating bullets regardless of where you bet.
I don't even know here. Whew, RRQ, I mean, getting my heart thumping here, playing with the heartstrings on split. They teased us with the overtime and said, oh, you wanted overtime? We'll give you overtime. How's this for overtime?
This seems to be a very aggressive overtime match point back and forth between these 2 teams. However, we do see coming in from the side of RRQ, from the side of AG, very split up defenses right here. Nothing at A thus far, so I'm pretty excited to see how this is going to develop for them.
Yeah, again, they've given up mid control completely here. So they do have that raise positioned very nicely here on top of that box in B site. They were expecting another C push. It's been C quite consecutively here for plenty of attackers now, as I think they're committing plenty of utility now for B, but a big paranoia, nothing to capitalize onto it though, as the Reyna will get 1 tap there, walking through the door. Raze going for more, actually dropping down, and that's going to scare the rest of RRQ back off, but only 38 seconds remaining in the round to try and make something of it.
Alright, so as we see how this is going to develop here from the side of RRQ, already 1 man down for the count, seeing how this is going to turn out, whether or not the disadvantage is going to work in favor for the side of AG. We shall have to wait and see. The plant has been down, Deku is at heaven, but Sushi Boys will get the operator off onto Neckjax. This is going to be a crazy one indeed.
AG, they've very frequently been put into this position here in the overtime, and every single time they do it, this time Talent is unable to get the job done, as they will finish them off 18-18. 37th round incoming.
37th round incoming, and yet again, this is where the match point is gonna bounce over to AG again after this.
I mean, no, it's 18-18, right? So now it's back right to where we started. If I can do my math correctly now, this is a full 10 extra rounds of free Valorant. So 5 rounds each, so we're in the equivalent of the 14th inning at this point.
I just want to see who wins, to be honest.
I think at this point it's got to be coming down to fatigue. I mean, we're always trying not be critical of players here, of course, giving them benefit of the doubt. Of course, with caster vision, it's so easy to just say click on their heads. But at this point, with the stress, like, they have to be now maybe slipping up here. If anything, just because of the amount of sweat actually on the mouse, I bet they can barely even grab onto that thing that's flying out like a banana in cartoons.
Now, this is going to be very interesting indeed here. Talent goes off with the bounce on the recon ball. Recon ball has been taken out for the count. We do see A-Long could be where some of the action is going to transpire.
AG, they just keep going long every single time. RRQ, they've not set up this time for the crossfire into A lobby, and the Owl drone will scout at least one enemy there. That'll call the rotation over from both players, actually. Cypher just double checking the cameras. It's been A every single time. This is like when you're playing rock, paper, scissors with your mate and he goes rock 8 times in a row. No way he actually goes rock for a 9th time, does he? No, they're gonna do it. AG, I mean, come on, the site's in their name. What do you expect?
Yeah, and AG definitely calling the bluff for the side of RRQ. We don't see any rotations here coming in from the side of RRQ. This is going to be very interesting. Exact will be able to take down Sushi Boys. Very interesting indeed here from RRQ, being able to play it very aggressive, but Deku will be able to take down Fire onto Heaven right now. Some of the shots are going to go, and very lit indeed into Heaven is going to be one member of RRQ.
Spike now going down, but they've got plenty of utility here to still be using. Supreme not actually in sight. He's watching for lurkers. Little does he know there's actually no one there. A 4v3, they could use him in sight as the Spike still has not been planted. It's left in a very precarious situation here.
All right, so we're going to be seeing how this is going to be working out between these two teams here. RRQ, AG, both of them very even out. But nope, it's not going to be enough, as next check will be able to take out Supreme. As we do see a little cap will be able to take out Talent there as well.
Now, though. Oh, a beautiful crossfire! RRQ! Oh, it's a thing of beauty. That's what we were looking for. That's what I was seeing all map versus Boom Esports. And it looks like as time goes on, they only get better.
Well, could this be the final nail in the coffin for the side of on the side of Armory Gaming? Because we do see now that it is. Now, let's take this look. Now, let's take this look right here. I sound like a broken record. Every time it's match point, I always wonder and speculate, will this be the last round? Will this be the last? I'm pretty sure Twitch chat is going pretty insane right now with the amount of overtime that's happening. But we shall have to wait and see how members of RRQ are going to use this lead to bring them the victory.
Sushi, this time they're going to switch it up now on the defense for AG. It's going to be the light armor with the operator. Only one dash here and only one smoke. So that's what it comes down to here.
All right, so round 38, could this be a potential lead into round 39? We shall have to wait and see. Excuse me, we have to wait and see, because could round 40 be the lucky round for any of these teams? We shall see.
Actually, Owl Drone didn't scout anyone, I think.
Ooh.
Sova, he's going to get some misinformation there. If anything, maybe he scouted one, but it looks like they're still rotating on over to A. They're smoked off B entrance as well, as it will probably be the C-Rush Talons here, still nearby. He's going to draw the rotation over from 1 and try and distract him a little bit longer here, Hound.
All right, and it seems that Sova has been able to spot out a high amount of members, as we can see a big sense of urgency here coming in from the side of AG. Sushi Boys right now holding on with the operator.
Boys? Plants? There we go. Okay. Sushi. Oh, okay. Good shot, but he's going to have to walk pretty far here to the bomb.
Yep, they decides to dash all the way and gonna come in through B, and a will cut across maybe through mid courtyard. No, decides to go to the B connector onto C, and this is going to be very interesting indeed here. Might actually go towards garage.
We do have some smoke that to be used by Deku. He's going to be sprayed down long and get at least one. Down to the 1v2, the Reyna for RRQ on site, running all over. He's going to get the 3rd kill here. This might be it, Hound. The 1v1 scenario. Sushi needs to clutch this one. Bomb take it away. He might have it here. It's going to be too close to call, but I think he's going to have it. As it going off. The clutch RRQ 2018, the year that was 2 years ago, but they ran out of guns in the Armory as RRQ, they takes 7 extra rounds, but they will get the job done. Unbelievable.
That was just heartbreaking for the Thai team of Armory Gaming. Boom shakalaka coming in from the side of Armory Gaming. Break down the stats for us here.
I don't even know how to break down this game, to be honest. I mean, my goodness. Next, Jax, 36 kills. Talon as well, picking it up, 32 kills as well. I mean, really, all of RRQ stepping it up, and just a huge shout out to them. After that crushing defeat on Bind, they got so close. How they got so close. They're in that same situation here again, and it's overtime after overtime after overtime, and they still come back. They were even down 0-6 here to start off the map, and they went this far.
And that's the thing, and I believe that RRQ, they have a guardian angel up there somewhere, because it seems that someone doesn't want RRQ to be out of the game yet.
Yeah, already you can see our observer saying, "Hey guys, good job, but you have to play again immediately." I mean, that's something. 1 hour, 15 minutes, 15 seconds here is what it took.
Wow!
Oh my goodness! Unbelievable game here.
This is this was something else. This is something else. I'm just. Oh, let me just wipe the sweat off my forehead. Okay, now let's compose ourselves.
Right.
And let's just break down what happened in the previous round. And I don't know about you. 20-18. 13-11. How did RRQ just manage that?
Yep, 38 rounds total here. Supposed to be 26 rounds maximum, right? In Valorant. These guys said, you know what? It would be really cool if we went way more than that. We want to go to extra innings. Free Valorant to be watching for the fans. They delivered. I mean, honestly, how do you even analyze? I mean, first of all, let's talk about let's talk about the lineup, right? Let's talk about the overwatch. Make it the overtime setup, right? It's 1 round offense, 1 round defense, and it's the same exact as how you started the map, right? Do you think that's the format we should be staying with? I kind of like it. It's fun to watch, isn't it?
It's fun to watch, sure, but I believe that it doesn't create, because of the setup of how our format is, right?
Mm-hmm.
It could be very detrimental towards the teams that are going to be competing next up, because RRQ will be able to take a rest before they meet up against Toad, because right up next is going to be Armory Gaming going up against Boom, and that's not something that they want to be doing with such a not to say a momentous, but more like such a heavy game that they did just now. Because
that's right. They really have to kind of just look within themselves and just, hey, reset. Hey, boys, come on, let's get this 2-0. That's what they need now. That's what it's down to. And I mean, we saw them come back round after round after round. So we know they can do it. It's just now just having the strength and well, all the training, right, to actually having the stamina to keep going. Unbelievable stuff.
I do not know about you, but when we look at it from the perspective of RRQ against AG, I have to give props towards AG as well as RRQ for, I think across our 3 days, we haven't seen an overtime, and I guess I'm not going to be surprised if after this all of our games are going to go to overtime. Let's just hope that production has made the necessary adjustment.
Indeed, guys. And well, we'll see if our panel can try and break down everything that happened in that game. So much action. 38 rounds of Valorant to separate these two teams. Take it away, Avo Plus and the boys after this short break.